I'm here with the young award-winning filmmaker Max Fedore, who just finished a collaboration with myself and the Peoria Symphony on a film to accompany Gustav Holst's The Planets. Max, tell us a little bit about your creative process when you were developing the ideas for the film.
Well, after we started talking about the project, the first thing I did was, of course, listen to the music and start studying the music and researching what Gustav Holst, his intentions for the piece. And then from there, I immediately went to NASA's archives and just started pulling together images. And then when we decided we wanted to focus more on the artistic side of it, I started looking for photos of famous pieces of art. And then after I compiled a large library of the footage, it was just editing and trying different things and sort of putting them together in this collage.
Here's a clip of Mars from The Planets with Max's film. Max, you just started in film school at the Tisch School at New York University, and you grew up in Johnstown, Pennsylvania. How did you get into film and growing up in a place like Johnstown, which is very similar in many respects to Peoria?
Yes, it's a very isolated town, and there's not too many opportunities for filmmaking, especially in Johnstown. But I had always loved filmmaking, and I always, for the longest time, said I want to be a movie director. And so I just started making movies. I started with a small short that then I submitted into a local film festival, and I won the Youth Award there. And then from there, I just continued to write scripts and work on projects. And then I created a short video for my application to NYU, and then that's how I got in from there.
And you've also won some awards nationally. Can you tell us about those?
Yes. For for one of my short films, Barn Ball, A Slice of Americana. It's a documentary about a local basketball tournament in Johnstown that's played in a barn. And it's this really great story, and the film went on to be screened at 2 film festivals, the LA Sports Fest and then the Red Rock Film Festival, and it won the one of the documentary awards there.
Fantastic. How, as you were pursuing this career and this interest, how important was your family's support to you as you were deciding that you really wanted to do this for a living?
Extremely vital. My family was with me 100% of the way and really pushing and assisting me in any way possible. I think for most of my projects, my parents are in the credits somewhere, helping me with on set with something, because they've always been my biggest supporters.
Mm-hmm. And how about this project? I mean, this is a larger format than maybe you were used to before, and how did that change your process, so to speak? I mean, did you come at it differently, or did you just kind of look at it as a series of short films, since it's all the planets?
That's pretty much what I did. It was a much larger project than anything I've ever done before, so it was a little overwhelming at first, but then what I did was I separated up and I just did one at a time and focused all my energy onto Mars, then onto Venus, and tried to create its own little story arc within each piece, just as the music itself is.
And what surprises did you have along the way?
What surprises did I have? I definitely was, I'm now more of an expert than I ever thought I would be on the planets after researching them a lot. And also, I never knew that so many things were also inspired by the same things the planets were inspired, such as the Greek gods and mythology, and how many different people were inspired by these objects out in space. Mm-hmm.
And that's normal, though? Like, if you're going to do a film, you have to do a lot of research and you have to really know your background before you can even create the visual concept. And how long would you say you spent on the preliminary steps before you even started putting the film together?
Well, once we spoke about starting the project, I think I spent a good month just trying to see how much information I could get and how many different pieces of footage I have, because I can't really go out on location and shoot some of Mars. It's all about what NASA has and what I can find and what I can use of other people's work, and then edit it to create something that's my own and our collaboration together. So.
And you just came from a concert where 2,000 school children saw the planets with your film for the first time. How was that experience for you? It
was very surreal. I was backstage just watching the video on my laptop as it was playing up on the big screen, and it was fantastic. I remember that when the lights got brighter in one of the images, I could see a little girl in the front row, and she was just, her eyes were wide open, her mouth gaping open, and it was fantastic. And they were clapping at some spots that weren't just spontaneous applause. It was surreal.
Great. Thank you very much, Max.
Thank you.